this morning we find ourselves at Dome Pillar 2 at Christian Village, where the flood this morning has displaced residents in this area. We are currently here to assess the situation, and I can tell you, Kweku, it's really an eyesore. It's a disaster over here. Residents have been displaced due to the overflow from the gutters and has actually taken over their homes. We've been walking around the neighborhood for some time now, and Kweku, just as you joined me, we are currently here in front of one of the residents who actually has had to pack his things outside due to the situation here. I'll quickly just engage him briefly, if you don't mind. Sir, please, welcome to Channel One News. Can you tell us what happened?
Thank you very much, sir. The problem is around 1:24 a.m. That was when it started raining. So we have to wake up and then pack our things in a hurry because we know probably the flood will come because of our bridge. So it was recently, that was Monday, when they started, they brought an excavator to even drain the gutter to make it wide a bit. And the excavator is still there right now as we speak. But the main problem is the bridge. Yeah, the passage is too small for the water. When like the under is wide, the water will flow freely without disturbing any of us here. So the bridge is the main problem now. So they need to do what? To come and then refix the bridge for us to make it kind of very wide for us so that the water will flow freely.
Okay. So what's the level of the devastation this morning? Has it entered your rooms? What is the situation like?
It enters our room. And this is, when we speak, I think I can show you the level here. This is the level where it has gotten to. It's very, very high that you can't even stay inside. It has entered all our room. So we are now doing the cleaning and then see how far
we'll just try to just really come inside and assess.
No problem. No problem. We can come.
So, Kweku, this is the situation here as he has narrated, and we are currently going to go in there to really find out what really happened in the area here. So, I'm inside right now, and it looks like I would describe it as a fish pond, but it is a church building. Where we are now is a church building here at Pillar 2. You need to be very careful when coming inside here. Inside here is filled with water. And Kweku, I would also like you to know that right behind the church is the river, the gutter that overflows. You could see it through the window. That's where the gutter is. That really overflew this morning and entered into the homes of the people. So they are blaming it on the wideness of the gutter. The residents say that it should have been deeper so that the water would flow, but rather the dredging only widened the gutter, and that is what is causing a lot of the flooding this morning. But this church actually is in a bad state right now. Kweku, you wouldn't like to have church service here on Sunday.
I see. Now, I hope there's no lives have been lost yet in all of this. Chris?
Well, we got here and also met the NADMO office. Yes, we met the NADMO officials from Ga East. And then also we are told that other officials from Ayawaso and Okankwe are on the way here. No life has been lost, Kweku, but there's been a lot of devastation in the homes of the people. What happened is there are 3 assemblies that are responsible for this area. Okay. That is the Ga East Municipal Assembly, the Okankwe North Municipal Assembly, and Ayawaso West. They are the municipal assemblies all occupying this territory. I mean, this territory is divided into 3 and managed by the 3 assemblies. So we are told that they are on their way, but NADMO officials have been here. We've spoken to them, and no life has been lost. We thank God to that, but the devastation is serious.
Yeah. So, as the people that you've spoken to so far, what's the efforts that they are doing to bring some respite for the citizens that have been affected?
So, when we engage the NADMO officials, he says that he cannot speak to the issues until the Greater Accra Regional Minister and these 3 municipal chief executives arrive for them to take a decision. And he says the situation is bad and they are aware that this has happened. Koko, I'm told this happened about 8 years ago, somewhere in 2016. This same incident occurred in this very community and it's happening again. So it's like officials know about the situation, but nothing has been done. Just this recent dredging that has really been the only new thing in the area, which has also caused the flooding. So the NADMO officials say they will not speak until the officials arrive.
Oh, no. I see. So they're waiting for their bosses to come. Well, 2016, when this actually happened before, I lived in that area as well. So I had a first-hand experience of exactly what happened. There was even, after that particular incident, there was one that actually virtually tore the road into two at that point, and then the road had to be reconstructed again for several months. That area was closed and all of that. Well, do you see any fire service or any of these other security agencies around?
Well, Kweku, no fire service official has been here. Well, naturally, we would expect that in a disaster like this, we would see that NADMO officials will come along with maybe the ambulance service, the fire service. But when we got to the scene, it was only residents who had barricaded the road and preventing vehicles from moving. And later on, we had the NADMO pickup join us with just one official from the East Municipal NADMO department. No other official has been here, not from fire service and not from ambulance. But yet the police are also around, because the issue here is that the incident caused a lot of vehicular traffic. So police were around to actually ease the traffic so that people could move, because it had covered the whole road and vehicles couldn't cross the road. So there was a lot of traffic in the community that had to bring in the police to curtail the situation.
Christopher, has the road been blocked or is it still commutable?
So for now, the road is commutable, because what I can report is the water is actually going down. It's submerging, and now you could be able to walk around. As you can see in the shots there, that is how high the water took over the rooms. It went as far as the window level. So it had taken over the whole place. And if it could take over the window level of a house, that is how it took over the road. So the residents had actually blocked the road to prevent vehicular movement. For now, that is being dealt with because the police are in, and now the traffic situation has been dealt with. Cars are moving, but the neighborhood is a mess. Over here, we have a gentleman who is actually sad and has been lamenting to ChannelOne News about the situation. He says that he doesn't know what to do at the moment because his entire room has been destroyed. He's here and packing out all that is left of his belongings and trying to find a place to keep them. Kweku, if you wouldn't mind, we'll just go in here to speak with the resident here who has actually lost most of his belongings due to the flood that has taken over his rooms. He's here. Mommy, good morning. Sorry for the situation you are going through this morning. Could you help us understand what really you are going through this morning? We would just like to just know from you, what's the situation like?
Bridge and I am consumed Tony and Namijin has a bridge in Quandemoi and consume Ember Habu. Because I know me got another Nankan one by bridge Nuna. I cause a problem.
Well, what he's saying, she's just saying is that is the bridge that has caused all this. The gutter is not that deep, and that's what's causing the problem. And you could see over here on the markings on the wall, Kweku, this is how deep the room was flooded. You could see that the marks here shows the level of the water that occupied their living room. Currently, the living room is empty because they have had to take away everything to be able to get the water out. So that is what the residents in this area are going through this morning. And this is same in the whole community here at the Christian Village, Pillar 2 and its surroundings.
Now, Chris, Are you able to tell us the number of homes that have been affected and what measures have the NADMO officials or what interim immediate measures have they put in place to help these people?
For NADMO and immediate term measures, nothing has been done yet. The NADMO official is still gathering resources. Resources as in his team of staff are yet to arrive. As I can see here, we just have one NADMO official in a pickup who is here. No other person has arrived. No other government official has arrived. So he's the only one who is here, waiting for other members of his assembly and other assemblies that are yet to join with the regional minister and the municipal chief executive of the three assemblies. Nothing has been done. Nothing has been said. We are just here with the residents.
All right. Chris, thank you very much for the update. We appreciate your time. Please stay safe, and I'm sure we will get a full report, and hopefully fire service and other people will come in, the first responders and so on.
Before we let Chris go, Chris, the children in the area, were they able to go to school this morning, or what's the situation?
Well, for now, I think it's past school reporting time, and the earlier hours where the road was blocked, I know it was difficult for parents who were sending children to school, but for now, since 7 o'clock, the traffic situation went down, and I think if anyone was on the way to school, they should be in school by now.
Right. And if I may ask, is it the first time this has happened over there? Kweku mentioned that he experienced this, so meaning Kweku's experience, and now, has it occurred quite a number of times, or this is the second, or how many times has this happened?
So I'm told in 2016 it happened in this same situation. The residents here said it happened 8 years ago, and since then it has not happened to this magnitude again. But anytime it rains, this is the plight of residents here at Christian Village, Pillar 2.
Right. Okay.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you very much, Chris.
All right. So it's a tough situation. I mean, I would have expected the fire service to have already been on the ground, because in disaster management, NADMO is not necessarily a first responder. They come to manage the situation, but the first responders actually are fire service. So rescue and all of that. Yeah. So I'm a bit surprised that they are not there, but I mean, we're hoping that everybody stays safe and we don't have any lives lost, even though you can see clearly from that footage that we were looking at there, a lot of damage to property would have happened, and we hope that it's mitigated and doesn't go beyond this point. The challenge, the lady referred to the bridge.
Yes.
Now you see, earlier, years ago, there was a different design of the bridge, right? But that design was what was flawed. And so the road got torn into two by this same water and this rushing water. Accra is full of river bodies.
Right.
Okay, and this is one of them.
Yes.
Okay, so it's not just a gutter, it's actually a river body that's coursing its way from the hills down to the sea, and it's passing through Dome Pillar 2.
I remember you and I actually took time to go around some areas here in Tesano, taking a look at some
those
of
kinds
them.
of the water bodies that are passing through the city. So this is one of them. So the design has to factor in into the, take into consideration the fact that silt will build up over time.
Right.
Every day water is running through, so silt will build up over time. We have to have a plan in place that says every month or every 3 months we come and we desilt. Because as silt and sediment settle, the water table rises. The water bed, the river bed rises, right? So when a massive water flows like this is what's going to happen. It's going to spill its banks because the base of the riverbed is now higher because over the last few months or years, sediment has been piling up.